Hello and welcome back to Traffic Talks. It is officially episode 11. I know I said I was not going to announce that anymore, but I'm really proud of sticking this far along. Next week will officially be week 12, which is insane because it's like 4/8/12. It's like 3 months. So even if I was a little bit late or got stuck somewhere, I still try to upload at least weekly, and I've stuck to that, so I'm very proud of myself. That's enough of me blowing my own horn. Onto the episode. This week has been challenging to the point where I actually wanted to just get on and record announcement. And then I thought, you know what? No. There's always a silver lining, and the silver lining was I've been feeling a bit burnt out in my emotional and personal life to the point that it actually has stunted my creativity a bit, and that's all just because of what I've been going through with people and my personal relationships, and that's affected me emotionally. And I've decided that I'm just exhausted in every sense of the word. I've been sleeping a lot longer. I've been feeling tired. I actually took a nap on Saturday. So it's all just getting to me. And I thought, you know what? I think I just need to take a break. I should just do a mini recording, just saying I'm taking a little interlude. I'll be back next week. And that's how this topic of today was born, of speaking about burnout and the necessity of taking a break when you need it. Because if you overrun yourself, you will get burnt out and you will be forced to take a break instead of just doing it on your own terms. It's kind of like why I emphasized that relaxation was something I wanted to make a habit in last week's podcast, because I tend to overwork myself. I tend to give more than what I should, and I tend to push harder than what is expected of me. And that has caused severe issues for myself, which is why I don't sound as happy and as upbeat as I usually do. And I have been getting better at seeing it, catching it, and trying to kind of just get ahead of it so that it doesn't get to me and like sweep me off my feet and just like, stuck, help. Because I'm not generally someone who asks for help. I usually give it. So it's been a difficult adjustment, but I'm getting there. Hell of a long intro. I apologize for that. Today's topic is taking a break, because we just need to sometimes get back into ourselves, kind of retreat into our shell a little bit, do a little bit of maintenance before we get back out into the world. It's kind of like if it's like a boxing match, this would be like the bell rings and you sit in your corner, you get wiped down, you get some water, like it's just a mini break. And I think the importance of it is vital, because everyone's trying to always be on the move. A while ago I spoke about the hustle culture and not buying into it, and that is absolutely why this episode came about. I was so busy trying to get so many things done that I burnt myself out and just couldn't handle it. And I crumbled. It's like falling off the wagon. You gotta dust yourself off, get back up, maybe take a breath before you start walking again, and then keep going. But you can't stumble along. That's not fair. You need to give yourself a break and just try again later, and that's absolutely fine. When it comes to taking a break, you need to realize, if you are a car that you are running on empty, your check engine light is on and there's a weird noise and you have no idea where it comes from, that is what's going on. So it's best to just pull off to the side, and that's the crux of the matter. Stopping, realizing what's going on, and giving yourself a once over. You need to figure out what has caused this issue. And it's kind of like reverse engineering your goals. You can do the same for yourself. The result already is that you are burnt out. You are exhausted. Whatever other symptoms you are experiencing, a lot of people go through like fatigue, constant tiredness, lack of energy, a lot of things. And you need to figure out what has caused these problems. So you first need to see what problems you have. You are exhausted, you are tired, you aren't eating, you are stressed, you've been neglecting yourself. Like, write all of it down. What are you currently feeling? If you're someone who journals, journal it out, and trust me, you'll get there. Write down what's going on with you. Once you have all that written down, figure out how you can solve these going forward. So if it's tiredness, try and get more sleep. If it's you aren't eating well, maybe meal prep so that you at least have some food or at least some healthier snacks. If you are shopping at this lockdown state that we are in, have some healthier options that you can just grab on the go. If you are, I don't know, whatever else you are experiencing, try and find a way to kind of just combat that short term so that you can at least have a sense of where you're going moving forward. So you've got your symptoms written down, you've got something to at least help you get over it in the short term. Now we're going to think, I don't know, in the reverse gear. So you've got all these things written out and you can see your current situation. You can see slightly into the future with all the plans you've made going forward, but now you need to look back at the initial cause of these problems. You're tired. You haven't been sleeping well. Why haven't you been sleeping well? Is it because you've stayed up late to do work? Is it because you've been stressing and that's causing sleepless nights? Is it because of, I don't know, you insert whatever problem you may be experiencing here? Or maybe sometimes it's just because you've been so caught up in a TV series, you've been binging a few episodes every night. It could be as simple as that. Not everything is like a dire problem that needs a solution. So just figure out what's causing these problems. So if it is more serious, for example, you've been stressing about finances because we are going into the second month of the lockdown. You know, money is tight. Some people don't have any form of income, and that's stressful in and of itself. So figure out why you are stressing. Is it because you're just binging TV series in which you can then place a limit on yourself, and instead of saying, I'm going to watch 4 episodes, watch 2? If it's something more serious, like you are staying up late for work, are you getting paid for those hours? Is it worth it to do that? Like I said, it is dire times, money is tight, and if you can earn the extra, go for it. But if it's outside of your usual 9 to 5, why are you doing this to yourself? And that's something I'm kind of like reflecting onto myself. Figure out why you are stressing about such things, or why you are staying up late, with that example. If it is the stress, I get it. You have to figure out how to solve your own stress. If it's something as easy as cutting back on the amount of episodes, do that. Once you've either found a solution, i.e. watching less episodes, or you found the source of the problem, go back further. So maybe your job is stressing you out and you're trying to get ahead of the curve by staying up late to work. This is going to be a problem. That means you need to go further back. Why are you not getting your work done? Is it because you are exhausted, you can't focus? Is it because you just have too much work to do, in which case you need to rethink your workload? Maybe speak to a colleague if you can pass some work on to them. Maybe speak to your boss about your workload and being like, I'm not coping with this. Maybe even reconsider employment option. You might even be working on a side hustle in the evenings, which is just maybe taking up too much of your time, in which case rather go sleep early and get up earlier to work on it, as opposed to being tired at night and working on it when it's just hectic. Because obviously you want to use your mental energy that you get fresh when you wake up on your things as opposed to someone else's things, and not being traded equal value for that. The amount you get working for yourself is different to that of working for someone else. If you are working on a side hustle at night, maybe you're a night owl and it's fine, but maybe you're a morning person and your best creative energy is in the morning. That would be best to work on your personal creativity. Other people getting that is just, it may not equal monetary value, but it's got personal value to you, and that's going to count in the long run. Quick recap. You found you have a problem, you've tried to solve it in the immediate future, and now you're looking back to try and solve it. Sticking with the example we've been using, if the exhaustion is due to something simple, you can resolve it. If it's more complicated, go further back. We've seen that you can look back and see, okay, I've been working too much. Why have I been working too much? Has it been causing stress? And if you can solve it with a simple phone call or email or request to your boss or your HR or a colleague or something, good for you. And if not, you definitely need to look at other answers, because if this lockdown and this virus has taught us anything. It has definitely taught us that life is too short. You cannot be going through life miserable or because of whatever it is that's causing you these sleepless nights or the fatigue or the exhaustion or whatever it is. Life is too short. A quick joke. My sister actually said that a friend of hers posted a WhatsApp status. And keep in mind, my sister's in high school. She's like, this friend of mine posted on their WhatsApp status, once this lockdown is lifted, I'm getting married because life is too short. And I was like, this child is like 16. Can she relax? And I was like, but that's actually quite true, because why must we struggle like this? Why must we do things that make us miserable? Like, and that is one of the cause of burnouts and just not enjoying your life. You're doing things for the wrong reasons. You know, I'm working this job and I can honestly say I'm literally only doing it for the money, not for the pure joy of it. Because I work, I enjoy working, I enjoy earning the money, but the job is not something that particularly makes a difference. And that to me is not good. It's not harmful. It's an online business. We sell digital products. But me sitting in an office in front of a computer screen 24/7 is not my idea of a fun job. Yet I'm doing it for the money. And with this lockdown, being able to work from home has been the biggest blessing ever. So I can still earn income, I can still work, and I can still have that little bit of peace of mind. It's not something I want to do for the rest of my life, and that is torture in a way. And it has been contributing to a lot of my mental anguish, if I can put it in that context. But it's not the end all and the be all. I can always try and get another job. I can always whatever. But in these uncertain times, having an income that is a guarantee is the best thing I can think of. For now, I'm doing it for the money. There's no two bones about that. But going forward, it's gonna make me miserable. It's gonna just sap everything I have, and I can't stand even the thought of that. And if you are in this situation, or even something that's not a job but just one aspect, I mean, we have people who are toxic friends who we need to get rid of, or situations or patterns, habits, things like that, you know, even if it's just feelings of comparison, because that's one of the biggest social media ones. You compare yourself to others and then you feel miserable afterwards because you forget that you're watching someone's highlight reel and you're comparing it to your behind the scenes. That is not fun. That is not good for your self-esteem, your mental state, anything like that. I don't want to say don't do it. I'm going to say approach it with a different mentality. Don't look at it as comparison. Look at it as admiration. This person took hundreds of photos to get the perfect angle. They probably edited the photo. Admire them for what they have done and what they've achieved, but try not to feel any of the negative emotions that come with that. Try and say, you got whatever it is you're showing off. Well done. Good for you. I want that ambition to go after what I want. Don't be jealous of it, is what I'm saying. Because you're just going to make yourself miserable. And then you're going to fall into bad patterns mentally that's going to affect you physically, and it's just not going to do well. Even if you do sometimes end up like that, put your phone away, take a nap, maybe have a snack, and figure out how to make yourself feel better. I know for a fact I've been moping around today. I've been isolating myself in my little room. I've been doing all the things that are going to make me feel better, because I know how I make myself feel better. Figure out what you need to figure out. If that means sitting and just writing it out, do that. If it means locking yourself in your room for a while, do that. If it means sitting in the presence of other people, or even just texting a friend, do that. Because you need to take a break. You need to recover. And once you've gathered yourself, like that boxing match analogy at the beginning, round 2, fight. You're going to refresh yourself. You're going to feel better. You're going to stand up with a second wind, and you're going to go slay. So do that. Take a break. Figure out what you need to do, pull yourself together, and then get out there and kill it. That's my message for the week. I honestly can't even think of a song for this week. I honestly don't know what song I can think of. Give me a minute. Okay, got it. The song is I'm Still Standing by Elton John. It is a brilliant song. You should definitely find it and go listen to it, and it'll just change your life. It's got such an upbeat vibe that even if you're miserable, you're just going to tap your foot along to it. So that is my song for the week. Enjoy it. To my friends who are going to message me and be concerned about this, I am fine. I've just needed a minute, and I've had that minute. So thank you. Plus, the day this goes live is Monday, and it's a public holiday where I am. So I'm taking the day off of work. So I am so good. I'm fine. I love you all. Enjoy your week. I think this is the last week of lockdown as well. So everything is brilliant. Might be getting a new puppy. I'll keep you updated on that. And I'll speak to you guys next week. Love you. Bye.